They're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Taken in at the 22. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. A play fake. Now Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 16 carries, 127 yards, and a score.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Texans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
23.
Texans football to start quarter 2. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. On the counter, Hunt. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They go play action now. Lawrence swings this out for Hunt. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's still on his feet. Corey Davis, touchdown, Houston. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's Young. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And he's going to have the Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On play action, Young has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Bengals at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Young. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. To throw, Young. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Young trying to hurry them up to the line here. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Young. Now they go screen. It's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Again, it's Walker. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengals TD. Kenneth Walker, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Got a man, that's Richie James. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Lawrence's throw going to be caught by Davis. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys.
Oh, Young loses it. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now Lawrence to throw on second down.
And this is caught at the 8.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Now Lawrence to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Touchdown! Dallas Goddard, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They run again with Walker. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sideline and in the huddle looking at each other.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Straight ahead, Walker. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Ready?
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
Robinson again. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Bengals. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
That's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Moody good with the extra point.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
So here are the Texans to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Blitz coming and down he goes.
Jalen Carter
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Lawrence will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Handoff up the middle. Hunt.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
Open man has got it, the tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Getting the football to Davis on an out route.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
At the 28-yard line.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Lawrence.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
So now the Bengals down by 10, 1:06 to play.
Young to throw.
They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. First and 10.
Now 2nd and 4. Here's Young.
And Walker has it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Cincinnati
Now Young.
Bengals.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Young.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Slide blue. Ready, ready, seal, black. 6, mega.
One last shot for Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory.
It's Week 11 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Bengals and the Ravens under the lights on Thursday night.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. Leading them out, a first-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, former Clemson Tiger, Deshaun Watson.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a... So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
A run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 15 carries, 68 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Watson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now a first down carry for Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Azeez Ojulari pushing in and dropping him. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw, Watson. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42. Watson now going to run the option right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
He's got his target. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up for 1st and goal. Here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Out is Chris Nagar now to try the field goal. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Nagar's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first and 3's in. Well, after marching down the field, only getting free there. Kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Bengals. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you 6. Double
it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Is it potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. It's a slant to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Setting up the screen, Harris
breaks through the contact. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Here's Watson.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Set!
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Najee Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have regained the lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Chris Nagar now for the extra point.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out... Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Here's Walker to start the drive. They'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore will give them the season sweep. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On the set.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Walker with another carry.
Shifts by him.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The Bengals at 6-3 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
10 cycles. Fight. Play.
Play action. Young. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Young will set to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there and take the hit and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now the throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the 50, it's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Watson now to throw. It's Hill, complete. They wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Watson now on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play would be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Walker. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Young.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action. Young.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To the air once more, Young. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Like what I've seen so far with this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now Hill to return it.
So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Looking to throw, Young.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, second down.
It's Young off play action. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Here's Walker.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now Young. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Throwing. Young. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down, Bengals.
Back to Walker on first down.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd down is Young, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They run again with Walker. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Bryce Young hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes this a 9-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was Bryce Young who finished things off with a touchdown run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now here come the Ravens.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd is Watson.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Now it's Watson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Watson looks to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Watson.
Setting up.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now motion left with Mooney.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
And going right back to Walker.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to
the Bengals 1st down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
And the Bengals first down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
Trucks over him and shelling through the tackle. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Day.
It's week 12.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by the veteran in his 10th NFL campaign, Jimmy Garoppolo.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
He was Bengals looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. But it's going to be second down. You talk about this Bengals defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
3rd and 9 here.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Jalen Carter
in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. Powers through.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Here we go, set.
And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready.
Here is Young. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
The Bengals, it's 7-3 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think it's going to be tough to beat in this one.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Young to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there.
And it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. We're scoreless.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. It's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Azeez Ojulari able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Tommy Townsend now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, what a move. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Let's go.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Young. That's out wide here for Robinson. Call it a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Trotting. Touchdown, Bengals. Ken Walker with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now in the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Garoppolo now. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Drew Sanders who got in there and dropped him. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, blocking assignments, they've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they got no chance to win this game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It's taken to the 26.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Young will set to throw. And Walker has it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. To throw, Young. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now here's Young.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
4 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Smith and Jigba in motion right.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now Young fakes a sweep and looks to throw off play action.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Young on 3rd down. Walker with a grab, left side.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he's here. Touchdown, Bengals.
Kenneth Walker.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point.
And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over.
We passed the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Third and 4. Young to throw it. And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. On the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they pulled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. Go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Up the middle, here's Walker. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And a short gain down to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Smith and Jigba in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Third and short yardage, Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Walker now on 1st and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. He used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And Jake Moody now on for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now a 2nd and 10.
65.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And quickly they get to the line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ken Walker with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Wait.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That is caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Garoppolo again. And Callaway taking it in left side. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
At the 45-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line.
Here we go.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Steelers 1st down.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game ball,
It's Week 16 of the NFL, and our focus is on Dameon Pierce. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Steelers and the Bengals, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 20.
The first of two here on Christmas Eve. The Bengals and Steelers underway on this Saturday. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Garoppolo now.
Well, quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. You talk about this Bengals defense.
They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
The numbers for Walker last week.
12 carries, 135 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight. So the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
Now a run with Walker. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
The Bengals at 11-3 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Walker with another carry.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
To the right side, this is Walker.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Smith and Jigba in motion right.
They'll roll him out right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Again, Walker. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Kenneth Walker. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
To throw is Garoppolo. And incomplete.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference.
Now Garoppolo lost the football.
One of the linebackers has got it.
And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the give, it's Walker.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Steelers' 14-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Young will set to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
Touchdown! Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just can...
Impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On second down. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Kenneth Walker headed back out there, and he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Young to throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now a 2nd and 6. On the draw, Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try for the first with Walker. Powerful running. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 1st and 10, Young. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Yeah, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Young's throw brought in by Bellinger. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Young. Flushed out right.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Young now. And he's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
So we have reached halftime. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
To throw, Young.
Checks this one down to Robinson. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a Bengal first down.
Check white. Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Out of the gun, it's Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
At the 23-yard line.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And it's 3rd down.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. There he goes, left side. Inside the 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Moody good with the extra point, and it is 28-0. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. To throw, it's Garoppolo.
It connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple.
At the Bengals 33-yard line.
Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line.
That's another Pittsburgh Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. This is caught. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, 1st-round pick in 2020.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Garoppolo now.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the 14-yard line.
Garoppolo again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
124 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Robinson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Here we go.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Garoppolo on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there. But